My name is Rafael. I'm from New York, and I'm a psychotherapist. I came to the temple because I felt called to work with this medicine because of my own healing journey, but also sort of my growing interest in working with, medicines and doing this type of work with clients, and just wanting to learn more ways that I can help myself as well as help my clients. I've been looking to work on sort of loving myself more, having more self-compassion. And one of the things that have sort of helped me realize that I've been lacking in that is just the level of fear and insecurity that sometimes I see myself managing, even in spaces in my life where, like today, I realize that I really shouldn't be feeling that level of fear and insecurity, right? That's been sort of my hint to where I need to continue to do more of my work, and this just felt very appropriate for that. What surprised me the most is the level of respect to the traditions, to the healing traditions of the Shipibo people and this medicine work. That it's not just about the medicine, or really, it's not really about the medicine. It's about participating in a healing practice that has been around for a long time, and it's powerful, like many other healing practices, right? But this is one that I feel very fortunate to have learned about and be able to participate in. I mean, overall, it was a profound experience. I'm still trying to find the words, still trying to put it into words, to be honest with you, because one of the thoughts that came to me was that this is much more than sitting with medicine. This is much more than working with, medicine. This is, again, participating in something that's much bigger, right? In a healing practice that goes beyond just a substance or a chemical. It really felt like an honor to participate in this form of healing and sit with these healers and have them pay so much individualized attention to us, right? It's definitely more holistic, right? It's looking at the individual at different levels, I feel, and I'm talking here a little bit about sort of my experience, I guess, if I had to find the words, is that I felt looked at on multiple levels as an individual. I felt cared for on different levels. It's not just, tell me the symptoms so I can sort of help alleviate them. It was more of, let's take a deeper look inside, right? So how they differ, it's more holistic. It's a sort of an all-around way of looking at the human experience and the things that can bother us, the things that we can be suffering from. Yeah. I feel fortunate to be able to have this experience as my first experience with working with ayahuasca, because I do sort of come from a space where there is medicine work being done, right? Not with ayahuasca, but other medicines, right? It really sort of shines a light on how that work can be done better, right? Sort of how this model can be used to educate folks that are trying to do some medicine work, not necessarily with ayahuasca, but with other things. Even in my own ketamine practice, right? Helping clients with CAP. I mean, I would hope to see more practitioners honoring and respecting these practices more in the work that they're doing, out in our lives, right? Outside of the jungle and in the more Western settings that we work in. Yeah. Even not only with medicine, I mean, just all practitioners, right? Doctors, down to dentists or whoever. It's just approaching folks in this more human way. For sure, something I'm taking back is sort of in sort of a respect for these more traditional ways of healing, right? But I think in general, it's just much more love and compassion. Yeah.
Yes.
Much more love and compassion in my practice. I mean, I've always felt like I've practiced from a place of love and compassion, but experiencing it at this level, it just makes it feel more rich. It takes it sort of from, from a knowing to like a knowing here type of thing, My personal healing has only helped me grow as a professional in my practice as a psychotherapist. My capacity to help others and create space and help co-create safety has only grown as much as I've been able to heal. So I've sort of seen my healing and my growth as a professional and capacity to help others grow almost in this parallel process. And never bringing in my own healing into my work with my clients, just understanding that these two processes have happened at the same time and they depend on each other. Awesome team. I mean, my experience with the facilitators has been one of just a lot of care and attention. I mean, even the ones that I haven't really spoken to or sat with, right, and had like one-on-one time, I mean, I just could tell the level of attention and care that they're putting into everything, just seeing the way they move around and the way they do the things that they need to do in order to run, right, a retreat like this, which is a lot of moving parts. It's been a pleasure to see and a pleasure to be with them. Yeah, I'm so grateful for every single one of them. I hate to sound like so cliche and repetitive, but just the love, right, that everyone is able to really feel and express and experience here, from the facilitators to the other pasajeros, right? Just the level of love that folks are able to partake in here, that I've been, lucky enough to receive here. The tambos, I mean, a very unique experience, right? To enjoy experiencing the jungle in this way. The food was amazing. We kept talking about if we wish we can have this type of food at home, and hopefully we might be able to have some of it, right? Just being in the jungle feels so special. It's my first time out here, right, in the Amazon, but it just feels like such a connected experience. It feels like this is where you should be doing this type of work. That's what it feels like. And the temple in all its entirety, I mean, sort of creates the safe container for that work, for this work. I'm so grateful that this is where I had my experience with the beginning of working with ayahuasca.